wonderful. And I think that that's where we're going to see them struggle, which is trying to find windows to get Flakked into fights against like an Alistair, now a Kennen, now a Maokai. These fights become really difficult for Flakked to operate.
It's a really valid point because, again, Trimby is that only
flashing in from the Antonio, an ult coming in from Juhan. Like, there are very few people that can really set you up, but bot side.
It's a good interrupt, though. Ignar actually outplayed Trimby's engage and outplays it again. Jankos is out, but now Patrick with no summoners left, it might not be enough. Brand comes into fruition, the Gravitum as well. An easy first blood right where they need it.
Double crab. Yeah, take a look at Flakked on the bottom side. I wonder if he has the white gun. It's been a long time since Aphelios. He might be able to cross-map these grubs pretty effectively. You could see that Patrick actually shifted up towards mid to secure these grubs, and TH are trying to play with time here. If they mess with them, if they delay the
try and accelerate him, could help out at that potential next fight, but now Ignar...
Oh, from over the wall, ships in the night no longer. Ignar gets the pulverize up, and he's the Tramble on the way. Wonder goes into the ascended mode, but man, there's no ulti for Ignar, so it ain't a fair trade, and Jankos burns him down to a crisp. The second kill for Team Heretics in this very prominent early game.
Yeah, Wonder playing with so much confidence there for good reason. He has Merc Treads. Look at that trio right there. The Kennen, the Maokai, and the Alistair. No one's going to do damage to them as the dive comes through.
He has Flash as well, but I'm looking for the exhaust. It's not up just yet. The Antonio is still burning down. Nevertheless, Wonder. It's going to be a sacrifice for Trimby's life, but he picks up a kill.
I want to highlight how this isn't normal. Usually it's very much a Kennen favorite matchup, as most matchups are as the ranged into the melee.
You got the reset timer off for Patrick and Ignar with first push. They kind of missed this, and now they kind of just wander back to bot side, happy to trade, but you don't get anything in response as GiantX. Like, there's no real position on the map, and honestly, might end up setting up a dive here on that top side. You can see Jankos and Trimby considering it now. Ooh, that looks tasty. He immediately starts to run up towards the top side. I mean, even if you don't get the play onto the Antonio, which may still happen.
Yeah, he has to ult for the wave at the very least. You could argue that ult is going to be useful, but never mind, he TPs away, and Wonder won't be able to do anything about it, but at least the wave's gone.
But you're still in position for Rift Herald if you wanted to as Heretics. So you've still got a ton of options here. So that's a major win for Heretics. Sure, you lose the Dragon, but an Ocean Dragon isn't the worst. Now, hang on.
Sneaky. I mean, Flakked flashing to the left was a good play. Nature's Grasp will follow him though, and as he puts the turret down, he's got Gravitum, but it won't slow them down. It won't even stop them in place. He tries to outplay it, and a good grasp.
To stay alive, thinking that he's potentially going to get cross map and dove on and having to TP out. It's been absolutely miserable. Wonder putting on Clinic here, down in the bot side dive though. Yeah, Flakked with those chakrams trying to make it work, but at the very least they get the bot lane tower with Jackies.
The first turret trade. Say about the Antonio, but once again, reality strikes when we see that his lane, no matter what champion he's playing, has been a struggle. Now, Team Heretics top side.
You don't really get a tower. Oh, well, you get tower at mid tower, I suppose. He's kind of their backup answer, but at least the position being able to control top tier 2 is nice, but
I sacrifice mid tower, which is a really big sacrifice in and of itself. And give a bunch of gold over to the Corki, but Jackie's now.
Oh, he's caught out. He's too far forward. And again, you just talked about it. There's no turret there. Ulti just burnt Jankos with a freebie, and Spyro gets a kill. I mean,
I mean, you could hear GB on the desk talk about it as well. This has kind of been the downfall of GiantX. It's just people getting caught out when they really shouldn't be, but there's the play.
All in into Patrick as well. Flakked ultis, but he's been exhausted. The trade almost. The last auto connects, so a 1-for-1. Now for GiantX, they run away because Spyro's in, but man, the GiantX bottom lane, I gotta respect
behind
that.
the Antonio though.
And now I respect this, don't I? The all on in, and onto Spyro, he does a lot of damage, but it's still not enough. There's Jankos to save the day. The thought.
They still get the Dragon anyway, as Team Heretics don't seem in position to get it. They seem really intent on getting that tier 2 up top side, constantly committing numbers, playing mid. Spyro's TP should be up now, so he can join as well. This is fast.
In. I mean, with Lucian in now, it definitely will be, but Trimby, Jankos here, it's going to be flipped at this rate at 3.5k. It's still being taken down. Team Heretics take the leash. Wonder, though, just gets shredded. Jackies comes in and the Antonio gets the backline. Team Heretics were torn apart. The Baron never de-aggroed, and the Baron take turned to...
Why don't you like Aatrox? And he said, the thing is with this champion, is if you ever call focus Aatrox, he will die.
Job that we need to do in this situation. Like, Juhan understanding, as you say, what his role is in a team fight. How is Ignar?
And the question is, how much can they get off of this? The tier 2 up top side looks juicy. Trimby's going to tank this.
Yeah, he will tank it, but it just depends. I don't think Ignar was going, but does he? Under Trimby gets shredded. Double 80 carries do one thing well, and that is burn down tanks as Antonio just solo kills Spyro. Ignar's going to be the trade-off though, and Wonder gets a reset, so he starts flapping his wings as Team Heretics are now. You can end the game.
They've gotten good vision now. This has forced the Antonio to group, and if you can go front to back, it's easier for Heretics.
They know he's there. Nature's Grasp is there as well onto the Dragon. It is eventually taken by GiantX, but over the wall they try and zone off the Antonio's. Randolph flies through, but Wonder jumps in early again. And the Antonio shocks him in awe. Now the front-to-back changes hands as the Antonio gets poked on out, and yes, Blackett has damage, and so does Vyro as he pokes through and finds something. Even with 2 members left alive, the health bars of GiantX a big threat as Team Heretics try to come back to this top turret.
See, though, on the bottom side, Jackie's is going to try and trade it, so Heretics committed a lot of members towards that top side, and I believe Jackie should be able to get that on the bot lane. So you end up in a position where, at least the moment you are still trading, which isn't the worst.
Doing it, right? And you can see Ignite here playing point guard.
Jackie's is holding off. I mean, another point guard is here. It does indeed. Trimby's taken so much damage at the start. That Leona's now one shot. Shield comes through. Jankos gets a flash out, but with the Nature's Grasp, I mean, Baron is just gone. Great zone control. And Trimby can't even think about an engage.
In the next team fight. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to play with the low health bars.
If you see Antonio on top side, you can't pull the trigger, and Trimby does.
I mean, he does indeed. He's just going to get burnt down, though. What were they expecting? Team Heretics maybe getting desperate as the TP comes out in the meantime. The Antonio might just get a free one as he rolls in, and a 3-man knockup sets it up. And that's just that, isn't it? Team Heretics now against the wall, and GiantX, this culmination of a year, is looking red hot to move forward.
And I understand the idea from Trimby. It's the Antonio's pushing top. They don't have any wards in behind us. Maybe this is the moment, but he flashes and ends up Xenoblading so far forward.
Yeah.
No one is in position to follow, and immediately he gets his legs cut out from underneath him. And the rest of Heretics soon follow. Now GiantX are going to run down mid, get that top tower as well. And this feels like a GiantX taking game 1.
Yeah, tier 2's up top side, tier 2 mid as well. Now all is left.
It's been a little bit more downhill, getting caught out in random positions through the game. A lot of people at home will really understand.
I think so. So, I mean, the pressure of this could be it. Like, you need to make it happen. And Jackie's is making it happen.
Tactic for game 1. It is, isn't it? The Antonio again, shocking Fyro. I think he has a personal vendetta against that guy's Wonder. Tanks and drains, but then can't drain any more tanks. At the end, GiantX have 1 member left standing in their way. A base to crack and a game to clean up now.
And it's all going down the drain for Heretics. They can't keep control of this Flackid. Needs to be a 1-man army, but everyone has abandoned him. And GiantX are just going to crush through.
Ulti comes through. Flackid, a shield is there. Aragon, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
I know.
It's
You're
over.
just there to tell me that it's over, aren't you? Because GiantX, as they crush through game number 1, they're going to date with Destiny, move to match point to try and make summer finals a reality.
And what I was going to say was, I mean,
Champions, they want to go in. Your passive has insane value against all of them, and now.
But though I would just say that Braum is like very useless against Diana. Like he doesn't block anything to her. You know, he doesn't like stop her. He doesn't like.
Yeah, but he still has
late
to
fight.
Yeah, if they take this,
I guess they're just done by the time.
If they take this top, if they take this
again
top.
Oh, he's dead. Well played.
Come on, give it a little.
Well played.
Oh, first blood.
Oh my God, the Antonio with the EQ combo.
I feel like this whole map's control is in control.
Can he just go for him here?
Probably. Has ult.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
That's good, yeah.
It was.
Nice,
it looked like a bit like a combo that I would do at my age, you know. But
nice Windwall blocks the spells. That was
and
just
GX
well
is
played.
clean.
That was just well played. Yeah,
Oh, but Trimby's coming.
Flash. Oh,
flash you.
Oh, Corki gets a kill with rockets. No, he doesn't.
No,
oh wait, Corki is
Jumbo.
dead. Wait, Corki's trolling.
Jackie's
trolling.
up it?
Oh my God, Corki just flashed in. No, wait, he's not trolling? Oh my God, he's not trolling. This is really hard. Nice try by Yasuo getting out.
the Drake, because the game state was really good for him, but now we have to fight in the top lane.
Gank?
This happens, see, on top lane when you're like suffering from success a bit too much, the ganking is happening. But what is Wonder doing? Is this gonna be the 1v2?
Wonder gonna do? No, he's not going. Oh my God, I can't focus.
Yeah, that was a really good start to the cast. Perks is something else. Perks is something else, man.
Yeah, he is.
Oh God! All right, well,
dive here, though.
thanks to the 3 of them. Yeah, let's set it up again. Apparently, we have newfound respect as the setup there for Ignite. He can't move, and he's just dead. And Team Heretics get something bot. That's nice. Now, I feel like gap close and level 6 available. Past that, of course, is onto Trimby. That might be the first target. The targeting there, and the moon will fall indeed. But Juhan gets arrowed up. There's no follow-up, and with the brand ulti as well, it's going bad for GiantX. Onto Ignite, the flash roll from Jankos secures the kill, and not only that, Juhan dies to the right of our screen. Another Winter's Bite, a last breath, because that's all you can fathom right now. But GiantX are choking right now too. Team Heretics ripped them apart, and that went from horrible to absolutely devastating for GiantX.
The counter engage from Team Heretics is fantastic. GiantX, Juhan, he engages with Diana, but it only catches Trimby.
So Jankos move towards mid. with the grub spawning as well. That's going to be mid-turret, nice and early as first turret. You don't see that much anymore.
And that's what... Oh, he definitely got spotted.
Jankos. Oh, dear Lord. TP, though, and he's going to make the play anyway, but the arrow comes out. GiantX just want to get out of there, but remember, they got the Antonio coming from behind, but the wall is up. A searing charge is good, but he has to flash away as well. GiantX, what are we doing? We're crumbling, that's what, but under turret, maybe. The counter engage from Ignar is good as the whirlwind comes through, and Jackie's ulti's been exhausted. That means he does no damage. He's just whittled down. GiantX have to run for their lives because this turret won't be safe anymore. They just got caught with their trousers down again.
It's pure chaos in the bottom lane. Everyone is throwing everything in the kitchen sink at each other and just hoping that something sticks. It is Heretics, though, that finally let the damage land, and now they will be able to turn over towards the dragon.
Yeah, it was a huge back and forth with the exhaust coming down onto Yasuo.
So far in this game, I think 2 hardcore ones that have led them to almost a 5k gold disadvantage. Herald, of course, will be going to Team Heretics.
Play it is you want to play for the dive, secure the kills onto the enemy and play because you have so much burst with that numbers advantage afterwards, and you win the fight.
Already getting damage down thanks to the 6 grubs. Flacket and Trimby are moving in as well, and some of these arrows have been exceptional. Flacket gears up for another as Trimby on this Brom sets up. The combo's out, and Antonio gets sent skyward. He's just dead. Beautiful chain CC, and with the Herald out as well, this is going to keep going to the...
Was that your go-to? That they end up screwing up their mid-game because they aren't
At least sure to come, rather, as Team Heretics move up towards the top side. There's an outer turret left remaining. The Antonio is bot, and that TP is coming from him. They're going to set up for a team fight. Aragon, what have you said? There's the engagement. The arrow! Brilliant from Blackett. Wonder goes on in the meantime. Nobody's tanking it up. He's staying alive. He survived for so long. But now as they look for the Antonio, I'm still in question. I'm still in doubt, and Trimby is going to break it all out. There's the win that comes through eventually, and Team Heretics regain control. Well done again, and I think Blackett deserves respect.
The target selection on GX was off, though. As you go in, you immediately get the knock up, so Jackie's goes, right, I'm going to try and just kill Wonder, but Juhan, not really realizing that the ultimate already been used, Flash dives in onto the back line, but there's no follow-up, so he ends up dying, and the whole team fight starts to fall apart.
Okay, again, boy. Has to get the proto belt out of there. Winter's Bite, fantastic as well. And remember, with this brand, there's no way to go but in, so Juhan thinks, well, I'm dead. And either way, nothing happens.
Drafting versus the disengage and the want for them to come into it for Team Heretics. Aatrox and Braum and Brant love once
again. Already transitioned to the top tower, and that's going to be gone. And GiantX with Trimby marking, Ignar can't get into this.
No flashes, like we're saying, right? That's the thing. You can't flash.
With a team that, again, this year, we've been questioning quite a lot. You can see the bottom of your screen while we get the engage that comes through. The Antonio might be caught out. He flashes away. No Bellows breath until now to buffer it out. But the the last breath, maybe for Team Heretics if they can pull off this impossible. But no! The AoE, the damage, the explosion. Team Heretics laugh at that engage. They're too damn far ahead.
That was so well played by Trimby, managing to block so much of the follow-up coming through from Patrick, being able to
get ultimate coming out with the passive procs. The AoE damage is just too much, and we're seeing exactly why this champion is so strong.
Man, Baron picked up now.
I think the beauty of last game when it came to GiantX was their ability to change the composition. As
Juhan is dead. Aragon, you may continue your point because that guy is dead.
So the way that they adapted was they pivoted to poke Maokai.
Yep.
And then they could outrange rather than having to rely on pure dive with the Kai'Sa.
Right.
And then they had AP Kai'Sa coming online, and that circumvents the need to dive. But I think that might be all she wrote as they go into the base here. They haven't got the Kai'Sa AP win condition online.
This was an absolute stomp. As the last engage is there, I mean, it's good. It's the last breath. The Ornhorn comes through as well. But the Brom ult is up. It denies a lot. Wonder gets knocked up, though, in front of a turret. But still, you wonder, can Team Heretics fall at this point? The Grubs enlarged in charge and ready to go forward with Team Heretics blasting down the base. And the Nexus just open season for now. It was the best GiantX could offer, but this game was Team Heretics standing up and saying, we're not done yet.
It does mean that your composition's a little low when it comes to damage, so I think there's going to be a lot of attention on towards Jackie's to be that mainstay carry, especially when you're trying to get through these team fights. There's a lot of lock-up.
And champion, so cooldown keeps ticking down. You get it again. That's why her clear can be really obnoxious and really quick, as we see on the screen with the CS.
Involved in a lot of the meta, it was kind of this fringe pick that still you'd see Canyon bring it every so often. But
hang on a minute. This is a really good gank timer from Jankos. He doesn't have level 6, but with the shove back, Jackie's only just gets that. Jankos flash for that. His flash now down, and Jackie's, excuse me, doesn't burn a thing.
Nerves of steel, they're not flashing away. I thought he was going to flash away from the rock so then he could dash away to safety, but he holds it.
Oh, Yankos as well. I mean, look, at least you lose the flash there and it feels bad, but you get a grub, you deny all three.
Oh, doesn't quite clip it, but at least does get the job done, which was to interrupt. Well, all he wanted to do was just stop Jackie's from resetting because he has to teleport to get it back into lane, so he gets that. Juhan gets Yankos.
The shackles are out for the time being. I mean, this could be good with the Soul Siphon. The cooldown's already back on up, and now that the Tormented Shadow is sitting underneath, all you need is a binding, but Ignat does it for him. The shadow
windows though where GiantX can try and punish like you. Oh, actually maybe not right now though.
There is the flash again on Trimby. This time the Alistar's in this series have been willing to pull the trigger, so is this Vi jungle, but Ignat is taking up a lot of damage, and Juhan's now here. A binding that lands is good, but again, not enough for now. Soul Siphon helps get that torment. I was gonna say with Flacked nearby as well, you know, pulling that trigger you talk about, Dagda, Team Heretics, the opportunity is there to fly on in. Is one already taken here, one more for GiantX to get the might spawn, and it would be a big deal, but Juhan pulls away, so Team Heretics force their might, and that's good. 3 grubs apiece, it looks like, will even out this game. And it's a good move from Team Heretics to stop again. One of the big advantages in this game.
Yeah, interesting choice to not fight here. Yankos just
not right. Like, see if you can get Patrick.
Got him.
Oh, hang on, Juhan.
But for the binding, I mean, the Black Shield goes out, but Yankos is going to wait for that. He flashes away because that second skin would launch it up, and now with no Black Shield, he's an easy target. Great patience from Team Heretics, and even finding Ignat on the chase.
Like Flacked able to follow up. They are really good when it comes to these early skirmishes, so I don't think you want to try and play for them. You should be playing
for a relatively hard tank to kill. And the tower, it doesn't look like he's going to TP over there, so it is going to be a cross map. They are going to find some plates.
Indeed. The Antonio still won't set up. This wave and turret are still going to be dropping down.
Stops the resets on both though. Yanko's now in a bit of a precarious situation, so I think GiantX try to see if maybe they can go for the tier 2 on top, but I don't think it's enough of a delay.
The potential of Team Heretics. Can they find the pick, the single target burst of the Vi and the Talia combo with Flacked diving in?
We're really going to decide the game here. Turret goes down top, and you can see Wonder standing still because he wants to TP in for the game. The Weaver's Wall is out. Call the Forge God doesn't connect on the other side. Trimmy goes into the engage. The dive from Flacked. The kinematics is there finally, but on the back end, Yankos is dead. GiantX open up the kill, and Wonder now comes in late, but he's getting whittled down. He gets one as he flashes on top of Patrick, but getting burnt down. The X, he comes in, and Patrick's flash was incredible. He gets on
a better spot. And now Heretics are in position to threaten the tier 2. The Antonio just ulting to clear the way.
Back. Team Heretics had top control. They're into fog of war right now. Ignat has to be careful. He runs in, and maybe getting caught out here ain't what you want. Ignat drops on down. You knew Team Heretics.
So in this dance, you have the AD carry soloing it out.
That's big, right?
That's the thing. GiantX have great turning tools, but they're not pulling it off. They managed to get a flash out of Yankos.
Already invested so much, but Wonder going to put pressure on towards the tier 2. Heretics, they need to find the engage.
Yeah, look at the flank ward behind. There's a ward that Wonder can TP to if he wants to.
Oh man, he's going to use the Hex Gate for now. At least Yankos is the one who's going to do the flanking, but GiantX looking for the turn. They're not hitting the Baron anymore. Call the Forge God is there. Weaver's Wall as well. Yankos buffs it with his own ulti. The Daity's there from Flacked, but he gets knocked up. The Antonio and yet another team fight. Bops heads. Jackies gets over the wall. Meanwhile, Wonder comes in, but gets rooted up. Team Heretics again, another team fight where they're here, they're there, and now nowhere as the Baron returns.
And just like that, Heretics find themselves down against GiantX in their decider game. The TP coming back in from Jackie's. Spyro desperately trying to keep GiantX away from this Baron.
As GiantX, they're quite low, but again, Jackie's TP'd in. Trimby has to engage. There's not much over. Good sizing shot, but Jackie finds a kill. Trimby without his ulti that was burned before will drop to a double. Low on the Baron. GiantX may have kept their dreams in playoffs alive.
Heretics under so much pressure. Look at the top wave as well. It's absolutely stacked. The snipe tries to come in, and now the Baron siege is here.
I mean, the siege, you said, it's going to be painful. Mid finally drops up. Only over 4K gold lead, and Baron's side lane is nasty for GiantX.
But this is dusted Jackie's 4 items on this carry. They can go back and catch that top wave if they want to, or they can keep barreling it down. Is it Nash Soul?
5 seconds, it's still spawning. Baron goes down.
They can rush it down.
How long will it take? I mean, Dragon Soul is huge, but Team Heretics arrow flies through. Flacked going to get hit here. He doesn't cleanse, he holds on. The Weaver's Wall zones him off, and Team Heretics, in their dying moment, still find a way to breathe. Soul is
they need
forever.
To get out, though.
Baron is temporary.
Can they get out here? The TP comes through. Nash for Soul is always Soul favored. Let's see if they can fight.
I mean, Trimby has ult, has flash to get away. Antonio! He flashes, but so Jackie does as well. He flies through, he electrocutes, he finds a breathing light in the middle of the fight, and Wonder comes in late. But man, with a quadra kill out when they needed him most, as much as Patrick is a scumbag for taking it, Jack eats flies.
I don't think GiantX will care. Patrick, and with Jackie's having that play, may have just guaranteed themselves season finals.
It's crazy that one moment decided it all. They gave over the soul so that they could continue in the summer playoffs.